Alright, it's the end of day 50, and it's about 1, and I'm getting ready to go to bed. Today was rather enjoyable. We had OMM lecture this morning from 8 to 10, which was kind of nice. It reinforced the lower extremity that we've learned, because the techniques we did today were over the lower extremity pretty much from the knee down. So a lot of the anatomy that we've learned and that will be tested on Friday was kind of a good review for us to see how much we know and things like that. So that was nice. And then we were supposed to have an MLM with one of the doctors in the area. However, I think an emergency came up and they didn't end up showing up. So we had a couple of free hours to study before we had our lab in clinical medicine. We had OMM lab where we learned the techniques that were taught in the lecture, and then in clin med today we went over the OSCE, just kind of the head-to-toe physical, what you look for, things you say, abnormalities, but mainly just the normal stuff and what to say during the OSCE, just to kind of get the repetition of how it works and how we're supposed to do it. And then the second half of our clinical medicine, we watched a video on the Step 2 COMLEX exam, where you go and you actually do physical exams on patients, as you do 12 patients, yada yada yada. We watched this big film. It doesn't happen until the beginning of our 4th year, so why we watched it today I have no clue, because it really seemed like it was overkill. Like, what do I need to know this right now for? I have an exam on Friday that's kind of a big deal, and some people were really freaked out by it. They were like, man, that's going to be so hard, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't know. I think some of the things they do are a bit of overkill that we don't need to know at this point. That's the beginning of our 4th year. That's 3 years from now. So kind of an interesting dynamic of how they choose to do it. But to each their own. I just thought it was interesting just to kind of see the procedure. After class, a group of us went and grabbed a bite to eat, and then I came home and did some studying, then went for a jog. There's a 5K for the school this weekend called the DO Dash that they do here in Fort Worth, and I'm going to be running in that. And I had ACL surgery on May 5th, so trying to get back into shape a little bit. So I went on a little jog tonight and then came home and studied a little bit more, and now I'm going to bed. So that was today. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a really long day, so if I seem kind of grumpy, that's probably why, because I'm going to be in class from 8 until after 5 p.m. tomorrow, and we don't get a lunch break, which is really lame. Anyways, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.